Howdy, it's Matt, and in this episode we are on board with the Micro Skyhunter. Now, give you a quick heads up, the video footage is using the DVR recording off a Runcam Owl Plus, so it's not amazing quality, but you can pretty much see what I was seeing in the goggles. Now, this is where I had a little sneak preview of this one. We're down by Suicide Gate, and we're just drifting in and out of the trees. Now, the reason why I started it here, because I thought the best place for us to start off is to go through the shit into balls deep, and that's exactly what we just did. We are now, I've just been and gone through balls deep. Now, I didn't really watch much of the rest of this, so I'm trying to add some commentary on here, but I do know that I do get super close to the trees. And yeah, if you ever get the opportunity to do this on a calm day, then definitely do have a cruise around some trees. Just scope them out, cruise next to them, and then just enjoy the experience of going in and around them. So, look, it looks like Dave has just been and joined us for this flight with his Hornet FPV flying wing. Wicked little wings those are, and I think I scoot underneath him. And I go up, and I'm assuming that he's going to carry on and fly back out underneath us. But I might turn left, and I think he went right. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what happened. So we're over by Dave's Wood at the moment, and this is where we were chatting on the flight line, working out that I'd gone left and Dave had gone right. So we do reconvene in a few moments' time. Are we going to go down the home straight towards Suicide Gate? I think we are going to. Now, if this is the flight which I can remember, yeah, Dave pops out underneath us down there. Now, I've got a funny feeling I may have already published this recording on YouTube before, but it's such a good one, and it is, oh, good boy, there's Suicide Gate, and you understand why it's Suicide Gate, because there's this little bush which just pops out on the right-hand side of us. Now, I did say that I've got a funny feeling I did publish this one. I think I chucked it in the Facebook. Are we going through balls deep again? Oh, good boy. There we go. 2 balls deep in one episode. Get in. So, anyway, apologies if you've been and seen this flight before. I am just sat here rooting through some DVR footage. I've seen this one. I thought, wow, that is absolutely fantastic. I need to get this out as an episode. So currently we are in the Bermuda Triangle. That was either a bird or that was Dave up above us. I'm not entirely sure right now. But we are heading across to Dave's Wood. Now, what I've learned, unfortunately, because I had an unscheduled landing, is that if you get too close into these trees, there is a branch just hanging down just there on the left. And that will jump out and grab you when you're flying through there. So we're heading off to Australia, and there's Dave just coming over the top of us, and we're going to go off around the Farmer's Daughters, which are the last couple of trees here on the right hand side. Now, that field over to our left is, we've now named it New Zealand, because it's behind Australia on there, and we're flying towards the Three Fat Ladies, and that's just so cool. Those little Hornet FPV flying wings are so sick in the sky. They handle, I'll put it this way, we've flown it when there's been absolutely no wind, and they are just such good fun. It's unreal, just ridiculously good fun. And they will even handle moderate wind conditions too. But you don't do things like this when it is windy, because they do get knocked around all over the place. And wow, there we go. There's Suicide Gate again. Now, also, while I was doing... Oh, are we going through these trees? I think we are. I think I'm going to be chasing Dave through these trees. Good boy, Matt. Good boy. And there's those trees which I stuck that Reptile S800 Sky Shadow in. Oopsie daisy. And I do just love bobbing up over those trees. And we're going to follow Dave over towards Dead Man's Arm. And I'm sure you've seen me fly through Dead Man's Arm. And Dead Man's Arm jump out and grab me at the same time. So I'm doing my best to stay on the tail of Dave. And yeah, what a fantastic little model in the sky. Now I can see in approximately, actually take that back, about 5 minutes time this flight goes on for. Give you a heads up, the longest flight time, oh good boy Matt, good boy. The longest flight which I've had in the Micro Skyhunter is 17 minutes, and that was on a day when there was absolutely no wind at all, and I did run the battery down to about 5% I think in the end. I just wanted to stay up there, and you'll see that we've just been and picked up Dave again, and I'm doing my best to stay in low. And I was here trying to find the DVR footage because I have done that for all of the trees. I'm trying to find the DVR recording of it, and I sincerely hope that I did record that, because I have been through all of the trees in a single run. Obviously not the 2 trees which are in a V that I've done. No, I haven't done it, if I'm frankly honest. I've got to do that. Well, as you saw the other day with the Sky Shadow, is that I can't get in. I need to come in on those V trees at an angle. And am I going to go around? No, there's no way, Matt. I know that I haven't done Balls Deep, so that's the reverse of Balls Deep, but done Balls Deep from behind, if that makes any sense at all. So yeah, I think I chicken out on those 2 trees there. Although I know that the model will easily fit through there. Now, I'm sure you've heard me mention this before. I do run the RunCam Owl pointing down quite a bit on the Micro Skyhunter, and actually most of my models where I can. And the reason for that is that I just love the experience of flying super low to the ground like we saw just a few moments ago, and then just bobbing over the hedge line. That is I know shooting through trees and everything is super cool, but there's nothing quite like just flying off a surface, and yeah, we're just going to double back on ourselves. There's Dave there in the background. There's nothing quite like just scooting across the ground at low level and then just bobbing for a hedge line and then going back down again, which unfortunately I didn't do in this episode. Now, the one thing which I've learned, now notice what I've just done there, is that the obstacle which we've just been flown through, which is Dead Man's Arm, is that I set that up from miles and miles away, and I'm doing the same here. I'm setting up this entry point from far back. I'd already decided what I'm going to go and do, and it's all in the preparation of doing it. And oh, look at that branch there to the right, and I'd learnt my lesson about going through that one on that flight, because there's some sticks, or there were some sticks which were pointing up. Now, aha, look, there's the farmer's tractor. Now, I'm sure this one's been out on YouTube before, so my apologies for that. I literally saw this one in my recordings, DVR recordings, and I thought that is a fantastic flight. So if you've seen this flight before, I do apologise, but look at that footage. And then on the in fact, I'm not going to say apologies, because it was such a cool flight indeed. Now, I am recording this on Christmas Day. The wife and the granny, they're in there watching the Bake Off, which I can imagine, well, I can assure you, it's rather boring. So sorry if you're a Bake Off fan, it drives me nuts. So I thought I'd come out here, make an episode or two so that you can enjoy it on Christmas Eve. And on that note, I'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas. And if you've got family over, happy days. And if your kids are now gone off to bed, happy days again, enjoy the evening. And on that note, for myself, Matt, I'm going to go now. I think we have a spin round these trees, and we'll be landing shortly. So for myself, Matt, have an absolutely fantastic Christmas, and I shall see you, well, probably in a couple of days' time. Well, hang on, what am I saying? I'll probably see you tomorrow morning for the RC coffee chat. Silly Matt, hey ho. Anyway, I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of this flight. And for myself, Matt, cheerios!